Yeehaw! Another segment for Pappy's Corner coming up. Okay, here it is. The Cobra surveillance system. And I picked it up at Harbor Freight. And it comes with 2 HD cameras and a 7-inch monitor. Now I've already pulled the camera out of here. But I wanted to show you how it comes packaged. Owner's manual, you want to keep that. Two of these cameras, I've got one mounted, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. And here's the 7-inch monitor. And I'm going to get it plugged in and show you how that works. Okay, I've got the camera screwed up there, and right there's the mounting plate and screws that I've put into it. And I drilled a 7/16 hole to get the wire through. Right there. Runs up into the attic. Okay, so here I'm going to take some earplugs, and I got a drill here. I'm going to drill a hole. So these are soft and pliable, and they'll work good to plug that hole. So here's my little earplug piece that I cut up, and it'll go around that wire, and I'll slide it up and plug it into the hole there. And now I'll tack these up. Okay, now I'm going to try the Stanley Sharpshooter. You want to be careful because right this way. I'll show you the view that we should have from that camera going out into the yard. And this is what we should be able to see. And that corner right there, I want to make sure is just partly in view. And some of the steps. So right about like so. We'll compare the shot. Now you can see the wire from the camera coming up and plugged into that extension cord that runs on up to my light, which is up there. Now on the box it says that it supports a 256 gigabyte memory card, an SD card, which I didn't have, but I did have a 512 SD card, and it worked. So give you a heads up on that. You can add up to 4 more or 2 more cameras, which would need to be paired. The 2 that come with it are already paired to work with the unit. I found that out when I hooked up my first camera, and I got camera number 2 hooked up. Camera 1 is still in the box. So I'm going to go ahead and on the side here is where your SD card goes. There's a little symbol for it. I'll put it in. This is a stand. You can open that up so it sits upright. Over here is where the power cord goes, right next to the on-off button. And power button. And there it is. It's looking out my front door right now, out in the front sidewalk. Now it's at night right now, so the camera does come with night vision. It's black and white, but it works pretty good. I'm going to show you, if I push this button here, it will come to the recorded file listing, and it's got a calendar on here. Zoom in a little bit. And the day is highlighted, which means that there's some recordings on there. And there it lists the recordings. You can thumb down through them. It's got the date and the time. You can scroll up and down and pick a time and push the button and it'll play. And you can see here I've got a Shady character walking up to the house. Can I help you?
Oh, I'm from the Scuttlebutt What's Up Foundation, and I'd like to talk to you about our program.
Get out of here. Okay, now I'll show you some more features. There's an antenna right there. Raise that up. And down here are your buttons for functions. And up top, there's the volume, minus or positive. And this is the speaker button when you want to speak to someone through the camera. That takes you different settings. You can have settings for the camera, record settings, an alert, and detect settings. So you can scroll through those with this little joystick right here and go back to viewing. And there's a cat walking through the end of the driveway. But here again, if you have multiple cameras, there's a button over here. And push that, which I don't have, so it won't do it. But you can also zoom in or zoom back. And if we go hit that button back to our settings, we can turn off and on detect for whatever camera, up to 4. And you can turn on an alert or an alarm. And you can set record times. So, the book explains it all, and it's very simple, user-friendly. And right there's the corner of the house that I was talking about when I wanted to make sure I knew where I was viewing, looking out onto the front steps and the driveway. Okay, I decided to change out the wire grommet from this earplug and improve it with this. Okay, I needed something for a mold, and I've got this little rubber thing here. I don't know if you can see that. And it's about a 1/2 inch diameter in there, so I'm going to pour some of this E6000. It's self-leveling adhesive, industrial adhesive, and you can use it on metal, wood, glass, fabric, and most plastics. I've used it before. It works pretty good. Takes a while to dry though. I'm just going to fill up this here and let it be my mold. And the diameter I need is 7/16 diameter. With this being a 1/2 inch, I'd rather have more than not enough, because you can always take it off if you need. There we go. And that'll settle down in there, and we'll let it dry. Now it's all, the glue is dried, and I'll take it out of my little mold here. And I'm going to drill a hole through it. Now I have a round piece of glue with a hole and a slot in it. Now there you can see that's a much better grommet for that. Thank you for supporting and visiting the corner today. Remember, do something nice for someone today. Love ya.